What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac coming to you again with this short video from the Dre Mac Show. This is going to be a video that's going to highlight that Marvel bringing back Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Back to the MCU is a slap in the face to T'Challa. And of course, we're in the recast T'Challa movement. So of course, I'm going to highlight and I'm going to explain the reason why that this is a slap in the face to T'Challa, to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, all the crap that Marvel was saying that, oh, we honor this legacy and all that. I'm about to kill all of that with this one video, but you already know what it is. The real question is, all right, so I'm going to pull up a video from Emergency Awesome. Again, I'm going to break down what it says in this Emergency Awesome video, and then I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinion on why this is a slap in the face to T'Challa, to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, all of the crap that Marvel was saying that we're going to honor the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, all this other stuff. You don't honor the legacy of Chadwick Boseman and all of that, and you do exactly what they're getting ready, what they're doing here. So let me share my screen just for a bit. Got to change the perspective here, and let's get into this. And this is picking up about the six minute mark, 6:38 at the exact. This is Emergency also talking about Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. announcement, how he wants to come back to the MCU. So I'm going to play it, the parts that I want to play, and then I'm going to explain to you why this is a slap in the face to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman and to everything that they said about T'Challa and how they was going to bring it back. Just listen.
5 or Secret Wars, just to sort of freshen things up, get people to come back, turn around on Marvel movies. You wind up hearing about Deadpool 3 and then pouring all their energy into it because it seems like it's going to be such a banger. Like, okay, we're just going to rely on the biggest possible hits that we can right now to turn people around. Suddenly, that Joe Rogan prediction to Robert Downey Jr. right after Endgame turns out to be kind of prophetic.
Is the door to Iron Man totally closed? Because I don't believe it is.
Oh.
You guys can go through time now. You can go, you already opened up that door.
Let me ask you the question. If I pick the jersey back up and put it on, wouldn't you feel a little bit like, oh,
no
crap?
No.
Oh.
Here's what I think.
Right.
They go through a few semi-lackluster Avengers movies without you. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Here's the scene. There's a moment where the world's fate is at stake, and they realize they need a super genius. And then they figure out how to restart that time machine. But the way people would freak out if you came back, come on.
Now, Marvel isn't going to bring Robert Downey Jr. back the way Joe Rogan thought that they would. Like, it's not going to be some time travel excuse for bringing back the original Tony Stark who died during Avengers Endgame.
Now, before it gets to the obvious commercial here, you see how they're talking about, now Robert Downey Jr.'s character died, and they said that they wasn't going to touch that character. This is what Marvel said. Marvel said that they're not going to undo because the impact of the death of Tony Stark sacrificing himself in Avengers Endgame, they don't want to touch that. But all of a sudden, everybody can put up this theory of time travel and, this can happen and that could happen. So Robert Downey Jr. can return as Iron Man in the MCU. Now, I'm going to also point out the simple fact that they also said that about Logan. Now, Wolverine, is coming back in Deadpool in the Wolverine movie, and this is going to be a different take on Wolverine. It's not going to be the one from Logan, right? They're not touching that character, right? Because the death was so significant, right? Why couldn't we get the same treatment with T'Challa? Now, of course, Chadwick Boseman died in real life. But you see how it's easy that they're not synonymously, God, I can't even talk right now. Shit's pissing me off. synonymously. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Putting Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark together because they feel that Tony Stark is such a big player that they can bring up. We'll just do another. We just do another Iron Man for another universe. Just as long as you come back, we'll do this. And Robert Downey Jr. defined the character of Tony Stark in the MCU. And to me, it's more synonymous with his actual real life and who Robert Downey, real life Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark is damn near the perfect casting, right? And I'm not saying Chadwick Boseman's a perfect casting, but he didn't even get through 3 movies of his own solo movie. You got that with Iron Man. You got Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, and then he appeared in the Spider-Man movies. The first Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. And then you see them in Civil War. Then you see them in Age of Ultron. You got way more Robert Downey Jr. on screen. Matter of fact, you got way more of the 6-1, of the original 6. You got on screen way more than you got Chadwick Boseman playing T'Challa, right? But again, they don't want to take away they said that they didn't want to take away the death. It would cheapen the death. But then having him come back in some multiverse or whatever, that doesn't cheapen the way to death. Like we're asking for T'Challa. Y'all literally killed this man on screen with a real life illness that he had. And then somehow I'm tripping. Somehow the people in the recast T'Challa is tripping. When you're literally telling us that you will bring Robert Downey Jr. back, in some type of multiversal way, just so he can be back on screen. Well, if you think that is a big wow, what do you think people are going to do when they see T'Challa come back? Yes, it's going to look different. That didn't stop, you from recasting Rhodey. It didn't stop you recasting William Hurt, as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. It didn't stop you from recasting Cassie Lane. It doesn't stop the ship. This is about making money. This is a business. And Robert Downey Jr. in this video basically said, I wasn't making money doing my own thing until Oppenheimer. I'm going to keep going, and then I'm going to kind of, break a little bit more of this down.
Is a different version of the character, but he's not too far off the mark here. But while Marvel is having all their problems around 2022, 2023, Robert Downey Jr. publicly disses them by saying that he doesn't care about going back to Marvel movies. He's fine doing regular movies, remembering how to be a real actor. Then the Oppenheimer movie comes out. We have our whole Barbenheimer event. He winds up winning all the major awards for his performance. The movie itself is amazing because it is Christopher Nolan. Of course, it's amazing. And he starts getting all this positive attention and recognition, respect, more importantly, from Hollywood again and all of his peers. So really, it's after that moment that he decides he'd like to return to Marvel for more movies eventually. Like, he's totally fine coming back because he got the thing he thought that he'd lost, respect as an actor. Like, he'd actually reminded himself, oh, I do know how to do this. I'm an actual good actor. I can do whatever I want to do.
So because Robert Downey Jr. had to go find himself being in other projects, it's fine for him to come back and basically just, yes, we already know what happened at the end of Endgame. That character sacrificed himself, but it's okay. We could do a multiverse version. That one, he died, but we could bring in a multiverse version. Oh, Logan, he died, but this is different from another universe. And then when it comes to recast T'Challa, we get T'Chaka. We get Bashinga. We get Azuri. Ain't nobody asked for that. We want T'Challa, the Black Panther. And nobody said, well, we just get a multiversion version of this. Even with Kang, even with people going on the recast Kang, well, it's the multiverse. Anybody can look different. But when it comes to T'Challa, when it comes to recast T'Challa, when we're asking for this character, there's every other excuse, but we're seeing exactly how the game is being played. And that's really the biggest thing that I wanted to put on this video. Is because you can actually see the hypocrisy when it comes to T'Challa, when it comes to the King of Wakanda. We can't get a multiverse version of him. You know what I mean? He had to be synonymous with the character. Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa, they're just synonymous, right? But not Robert Downey Jr., who has been here since phase 1. Just like I said about William Hurt, who's been here since phase 1 of the MCU. They can come back, they can get recast, everything. It's all good. We're here to make money. But the King of Wakanda, no brainer, huh? We don't get that same. Why is it so hard for T'Challa not to get that same treatment, but everybody else can?
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.